questions, raise your hand, I'll get to you. Start in the front here, Steve.
Yeah, talk about what you got. I mean, the obvious question, JU and Jake today.
Record-setting days by both those men. Jake doesn't play the way he does, and we don't have a chance. And all his attributes, talk about his accuracy, talk about his arm strength, talk about his durability, his toughness, his intelligence. But I still go back to that one that he is unflappable. I mean, he just does not flinch. Does not matter what the situation is. He comes off the field. It's you talk, he gives feedback. He's exactly the same all the time. He's got ice water in his veins. It's very impressive. So JU again came to play, and I really feel like JU. I told JU this weekend during practice, and he's got everything it takes to be a great player, someday great pro player. The only thing I think he was missing was tracking the deep ball and making the deep ball catches. And today, he does it. So could go on. A lot of good. It's like that Clint Eastwood movie, The Good, the Bad, the Ugly. There was some of all of it today. And our guys found a way to win. As good a win you'll ever have.
I asked Jake if he thought that was his best deep ball completion of the season. He said, ask Coach Harbaugh.
Yeah, I think that was. Yeah, and the one tomorrow was pretty darn good too. Jake Butt, some incredible plays, and then they were keying on Jake all night. And Jake Rudock and Jake Butt in particular, they just have a really good rapport right now. They got times he's covered, Jake is throwing to the spot, and Jake is using his wide catch radius and his body positioning, making big plays.
Go to Chris in a second round.
Coach, the defense struggled most of the day, but can you talk about the plays at the end that they made the winning plays?
Yeah, I mean, that's the good news is we found a way, and you're pleased when your team can do that. We're beat up, we're tired, running out low on manpower in spots, and it showed. And we played like it at times. There were blocks, and we just must have liked them so much that we weren't getting off them, and that showed up a lot in the game. But when they just find a way, find one stop, and Coach Durkin kept saying that, and we found it. And really, at the end of the game, I saw the quarterback look over to the slot. He had what he wanted. He had the matchup he wanted on Delano Hill. Looked at it, looked back at it. Knew that's where he was going. But very athletic, quick guy in the slot there, and very maneuverable. But Delano really competed for the ball throughout the catch, contested it the whole way, and it looked like he would slap it away. And so really, really, really happy for Delano Hill and us and all of us. We got things to do. I mean, you're tired, you're beat up, but 2 games to go. It's suck it up time.
Others to your left, Mike.
Jim, they obviously had a lot of success running the football against you guys. How much do you attribute that to Ryan Glasgow missing today, and do you think that he'll be back next week?
No, I don't think he will. I don't know. Maybe it looked like we were playing like we were undermanned. They were tired. There was over 100 plays offensively, and we're just gonna have to suck it up. But it's kind of a fact there. There's nothing in football you hate to see more than a team that goes on a long drive and only runs the football. That was all they did. They didn't throw a pass on the entire drive. There's nothing. A lot of things. There's some things I guess this was snack. Losing would have been worse than that. Yeah, cover punts. I mean, we got that's ugly too right now. But there was enough good. You know, there was more good than there was bad and ugly. So
Come back over to the right. Mark.
regroup, retool, refit, and come back. It's great to be able to do it with a win. The fellas dedicated the game to Chad Carr. They wrote Chad Tough on the back of their helmets, and you know, the spirit of that little guy, and you know, his toughness. I think we were drawing on that. I think the fellas were drawing on that at the end, and found a way. And that was one of the ways. If you dedicate a game to somebody, you darn better win it. My guys found a way to do it.
Two things. First of all, on Glasgow, is he done for the season?
It's looking that way.
And shoulder?
No, it's a Peck.
Okay. And the other thing is, did you think this team learned from, you know, the Utah loss and the Michigan State loss about finishing and about, you know, intense situations, how to, with Minnesota, you finished again today?
Yeah, I mean they were fighting for their lives. That's what they were doing out there, and that's what you have to do. Where they learned that, hard to say exactly, but they did it. As good as any win you'll have.
In the middle on the left, Brad.
Coach, was there anything that Indiana did that maybe took you guys by surprise offensively, or was it just the sheer number of plays that they were out there that made it difficult for you guys?
Yeah, they were running the zone play, the wide zone play, and we were having difficulty with it. You know, widened out our 5 technique, and they still got around the edge. A lot of things we were overrunning it, and then he would cut it back. And when the backers would overrun it, he would cut it back up inside. So we look at it. I thought there were some holds that didn't get called, but I don't know. I mean, they were so much more effective than we were at getting off those blocks. And you know, I could be wrong too, but yeah, retool, refit, regroup, and come back stronger next week. Stopping the runs in that particular category, and there's other phases. You know, we got to figure out why guys are stopping on the punt coverage. It's coming to a stop. Why we're jumping off sides, you know? I mean, we found about every which way to jump off sides today. So there's things. But I'm sure you saw them too, but found a way to win. Feel great about that. There's Lloyd Carr. It's great to be, would say, it's great to be a Michigan Wolverine. Feels great right now.
Coach, how much of a sign of maturity the last touchdown in regulation, the first one in the first overtime, either you score the touchdown or the game's over, and then to get the one there to just get exactly what you have to get when you have to get it?
That's a sign of, that's a sign of maturity. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think it is. I really think it helps to have a quarterback that just does not flinch at all. I think that transcends to everybody on the field and that's in the huddle, and I think that's probably the biggest share of reason right there is the way he handles it, you know, his demeanor, and the way he stands in there. He makes some incredible throws. He had people around him, and did a great job. I thought our coaches called a very good game offensively. Some really creative stuff again, and some of it didn't work, but a lot of it did. So it's good. What else? I was gonna say something else, but I forgot. Good. Our back was against the wall. We had to fight for our lives.
Jim,
If the positions were open with the Indianapolis Colts, and general manager and coach, what would your thoughts be about someday doing that and have complete control?
Stop yourself. It's, no comment.
Come over to the right here, Nick.
Jim, I'm not gonna ask you to compare, because I know you'll like to do that, but Jake, in terms of his growth from being able to adjust early in the season, get used to the offense, and now being in complete control of it, has to be pretty up there, I would think, in your experience with quarterbacks, in terms of his, from where he started with you guys in June to where he is now.
So good, so good. Yeah, I mean, I don't have anything to compare it to.
I'm not asking you to compare.
Yeah, but I don't. There's nothing to compare it to. It's just been uniquely good. Actually, Todd Mortensen, I did have a quarterback that came in for this year at San Diego. So they both did a great job. Yeah, really, really happy for Jake. It's, I've never had a game like that to compare it to. So it's one of those he'll probably remember when until they put the dirt over on top of him. You know? What a great thing for him. And I'm gonna remember it a long, long time too.
Last question on the left in the middle.
Coach, you talked about Jake being unflappable. When he came off the field after that interception, did you have an interaction with him? What was he like? And on the run plays, how big is it for him to go down and do that again after he took a big hit doing it against Minnesota and have the courage to go still truck through?
Yeah, a couple things. The way he's running with the ball, man. When he takes off, you're like, okay, it's gonna be a first down. And sometimes he's got 10, 15 yards to go, but making great decisions, when to pull it down, when to run with it. And he's pretty darn elusive. I think we probably need to change change the slide and just go head first, because he gets no protection when he slides feet first. It's like he slides, he could be like flat on the ground, and two guys, boop! I mean, they just take a shoulder pad right to the helmet, and he could be flat on his back and no call. So I don't know, just something about him, or I don't know, but we got to change, because you slide to get protection, you know, so you don't get hit. But if they're going to be allowed to just hit him when he slides, then you're putting yourself in a very vulnerable position to slide. Slide on your back, you're very vulnerable. So, got to look at that. For some reason, he's just allowed to get hit in that position. It's mind-boggling to me. I have no idea. But I got to coach him different, because I cannot put him in that position.